What up, Team Buckhouse? Johnathan Buckhouse here, and it's time for another resort review. This is the video series where we go to a brand new ski resort, we absolutely rip it, we have a good day, we explore, and then we come back here and we give you guys a rating on this resort, tell you how sick it is, who is this resort for, should you go there, and the way we're gonna do that is by giving it a score from 0 to 100, as well as telling you guys who this resort is for. So the way we're gonna get the score from 0 to 100 is by going through 10 categories, each category getting a score from 0 to 10. 0 is not applicable, meaning they don't have it at all. 1 is terrible, 5 is average, and 10 is best in the world. So those are the rules we play by. That's how we're gonna cover this resort, and the resort we are covering is Ski Apache. So hit the subscribe button and let's jump into this resort review. So Ski Apache has an elevation of 12,000 vertical feet with a vertical drop of 1,900 feet and 750 skiable acres. It's a pretty large resort for New Mexico. The only downside to this ski resort is it only gets 15 feet of snow each year. I mean, it is pretty low in New Mexico, so that is kind of a bummer. So first category, lift prices. How expensive is it to come ski at Ski Apache? And it is $75 for the day. Not a terrible price for how much resort you can ride and with everything it has to offer. I thought it was pretty fair. So when it came to lift prices, I did give it an 8 on the lift prices. I just think you get a lot of value for your money. Now lodging, can you stay at Ski Apache? And they don't have any option for you to stay there, so I gave them a 0. It's not applicable, they don't have it, but in town there are places to stay and stuff like that. Now ease of access, how easy is it to get to Ski Apache? And it's not really easy at all. The biggest airport near Ski Apache is gonna be in Albuquerque, which is over a 3-hour drive to get to Ski Apache. And then the road up to Ski Apache is gnarly. It's almost basically a one-way, just switchback. Boom, 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 boom. Like, no joke, I couldn't imagine how people get up there if it snows. So good thing they only get 15 feet of snow each year because, dude, the road was gnarly. So when it came to ease of access, we gave them a 3 for ease of access. Now, if you're wondering why were we riding ski resorts in New Mexico, especially ones that are like almost in Mexico, is because we have a goal to ride every resort in the United States. And the way you guys can track our progress is by going to resortskimaps.com. It is a map of every resort in the United States. All the green ones, we've been there. You can click on them, watch the video there. We've rode every resort in New Mexico, so you can check out any of the New Mexico ski resorts. If the snowboard dude is red, that means we have not been there yet. So if you click on it, nothing's gonna show up. If you click the top right-hand corner, you can see our schedule for the upcoming season. So you can see if we're coming to your ski resort and then take days off or come work with us those days. And overall, we love riding with you guys at the ski resorts because you guys make it better, because you guys know all the information about these ski resorts, especially like the local tips of where to eat, where to stay, everything like that. So all the locals watching this review, comment down below, where should people stay when they come into town? Where should they eat? All the tricks and best runs and stuff of the ski resort. We need that information, so anyone that's coming to this resort has the most information possible. But with that being said, check out resortskimaps.com. I use it to book all of my trips, everything like that. It is the coolest website ever. So resortskimaps.com. Now chairlifts, we're gonna need to get up the mountain and, you know, like rip. And they have 11 chairlifts and 1 gondola. They have a gondola in New Mexico. I was so excited to ride it. And when we showed up, it was closed. It was a really windy day. So we didn't get to ride the gondola, which was a super bummer. We still got to get to the top of the mountain. But their chairlifts are kind of older. You know, they got a gondola, which is really cool. They have 11 lifts. You're gonna get everywhere you wanna go. So I did give them a 7 on the lifts, mainly because dude, they got a gondola in New Mexico. That is really cool. I am really sad that I didn't get to ride the gondola, but we'll get there next time. So a 7 when it comes to lifts. Now runs, you know, this is why we're really here. We want to do some runs, and they have a ton of mogully runs. They did have a bunch of grim terrain. It is kind of steep, gnarly. It looks like if you could get a powder day at the ski resort, you would have the most ultimate powder day. They don't have a lot of beginner terrain, and they don't have a lot of crazy extreme terrain. The mountain next to Ski Apache has a lot of extreme terrain. I'm sure if you're in the backcountry, you might be able to get over there. I don't know. I don't really know their backcountry scene. But overall, I felt like the majority of their runs were kind of moguled runs. So I gave them a 7 when it comes to runs. Now terrain park, they didn't have one, 0, not applicable, which is a bummer because I feel like this place would have been exponentially better if they did have a park. And they didn't have a park, which is just sad. The chairlift signs say they have terrain parks, but the local homie says they haven't had terrain parks in years. Now, if you're enjoying this video, you like my vision, like what I'm doing here on this channel, and you want to support the dream, or just let everyone know you're a part of Team Buckhouse, consider snagging an Evolution sticker or any of our merch. We do have a ski version of the logo as well. But if you want to grab a shirt, hat, the sticker, throw it on top of your helmet, let everyone know you're part of Team Buckhouse. All the merch is linked down below. If you do snag it, tag me on my Instagram. I'll give you guys gear and sticker shoutouts in the vlogs like I do in the vlog, and the vlog of this video is linked down below too. The description has a lot. Check out the description It's awesome. Now food, you're gonna get hungry on the mountain, you're gonna need to eat some food, and we went and ate at their little tiny thing, and it was average. It's like legit like the most average basic resort food. They did have a really cool bar, but they had it pretty limited and stuff because of COVID and things. So when it came to the food, I gave them the score of 5, average for the food. Views and scenery, how sick is it? We're gonna be on a mountain, we're gonna wanna take some pictures, we might not be in the mountains all the time, so how sick is it to be on Ski Apache? And it's pretty awesome. Over the backside, it looks over this big like Death Valley looking thing. It's really cool. And then the peak on the left, or looker's right, skier's right, looker's left of the resort is this massive gnarly peak with some chutes and stuff. And I thought it was a pretty awesome view. So when it came to views and scenery, I gave them a 6 on the views and scenery. You definitely feel like you're on top of a mountain when you're there. Now employees, we don't cover snow conditions mainly because New Mexico doesn't get good snow. I mean, they can get good snow, but some places like the East Coast, the Midwest, you know, they don't get incredible snow, as well as time of the year or just the season in general. Kind of messes with snow conditions, so we don't cover that, but we do cover employees because employees can make or break your day on the mountain. I had an employee kind of ruin my day at Keystone. You can check out that video there, the Keystone incident, but also we've had employees make our day on the mountain, help out our friends, or just like do awesome stuff to go above and beyond and make our time better. And at Ski Apache, the employees were so lame. This I think is our lowest employee score. They got a 3. Everyone was in a bad mood. No one was helpful. The few people we interacted with, like, literally were grumpy. And one of the managers I talked with, just because we talk about social media and stuff when we get to resorts, was the rudest dude ever. And that just went. Vibe went through the whole resort. So when it came to employees, we gave them a 3. They were not the nicest people. Now the last category, the would I go back factor, because if I wouldn't go back to the ski resort, why would I recommend it to you guys? And I gave him a 2 on the would I go back. The issue with Ski Apache is it felt like it was the remnants of a good time. It looked like back in the day, this was the place to ski and snowboard. It was thriving, the photos on the wall, people were having a great time. And then like when we were there, it was like meh, like it wasn't sick. And like to me it felt like no one was putting anything back into the ski resort. All the love was sucked out. So like that alone makes me not want to go back. And there's not a terrain park, and you know the mountain, I feel like it could be saved and I definitely would want to go back, but once again it's just like the vibe was so off. Like the remnants of a good time. That's all we kept saying when we were there. So what is their score with all that being said? But before we jump into that, if you enjoyed this video and you want to check out other resort reviews, maybe I've reviewed your ski resort, check out the resort review playlist. You can also check that out on resortskimaps.com. So the score from 0 to 100, and Ski Apache got a smash like a 41. Not a terrible score, but definitely not an above average score. You know, 50 would be above average, so it's below average. Still a fun place to ride. And who is this resort for? Skiers. Plain and simple, just skiers. Like most of their runs were kind of mogly, everything like that. I just feel like for most snowboarders, it's not the terrain that they like to ride, and for skiers, it is the terrain that they do like to ride. Once again, I think this resort could use some love and just like some clear-cut attention to improving it to be a top 10 ski resort. I didn't see a reason other than like lack of snow why this resort couldn't be way better than what it was. But with all that being said, all the locals, give us your information down below. Drop your comments. How was my review? And with all that being said, Team Buckhouse, thank you so much for shredding with us today. And as always, thanks for watching. Keep evolving. We'll see you tomorrow with another video because it is daily on this snowboard channel.